Well, what a surprise again that Labor's folded and basically given the coalition all they want. I'm starting to wonder what Labor stands for right now. You know, they've given the coalition basically everything they've asked for these last few days. They've rolled over on these laws, despite the fact that the secretive Joint Security Committee recommended changes. They rolled over on the drought assistance package, despite expressing strong concerns. You know, it's about time they recognise that to be in opposition doesn't mean adopting the policies of the government. And Ed Hussig's absolutely right. What Labor should be doing is taking a stand, showing a bit of courage and being an opposition. I mean, those tax cuts that I heard you talking about during your introduction, they spent an election campaign talking about the changes that are necessary within the tax system to address economic inequality, and then they roll over, capitulate, turn their back on 100 years of support for progressive taxation and support tax cuts for millionaires. I mean, people right around the country are wondering what the Labor Party stands for, and if they're not going to be in opposition in this parliament, well, the Greens will be.
So do you see quite a contrast between Anthony Albanese's Labor leadership and Bill Shorten's?
Oh, well, it's very obvious that under Anthony Albanese, the government's approach to taking on the Conservatives is to adopt their policies. You've got a choice between the Liberal Party and the Liberal Party light right now. I mean, we want the Labor Party to take the fight up to the opposition, and it's clear that within the Labor Party there are people becoming very concerned at the fact that they're giving this government everything they've asked for. I mean, this drought fund, for example, it's basically another slush fund for the National Party so they can hand out more money to their corporate irrigated mates. They made a total hash of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. You only need to look at what the Royal Commissioner in South Australia said of their management of the Murray-Darling Basin. And now the Labor Party, despite before the election opposing this, have now backed it in without any changes. I mean, yesterday the government rammed it through the parliament, unprecedented, and today in the Senate, the Labor Party helped the government ram this through the Senate. Start behaving like an opposition and hold this terrible government to account.